Forget protein. This overlooked mineral reverses leg decline. Let me ask you something that might sound a little strange at first. Have you ever wondered why, even after eating all the right foods like eggs, chicken, and protein shakes, your legs still feel weak? You do what they tell you. You follow the advice. But somehow, your strength keeps slipping. Walking gets harder, stairs feel steeper, and little by little, your confidence fades right along with your balance. Now, here's the part no one really talks about. It's not your fault. And it's not just age. The truth is, protein alone may not be enough to save your legs after 60. But there's a quiet mineral your body is probably missing. And when you give it what it's truly asking for, amazing things can happen. In today's video, I want to share something most doctors skip. Not because they mean to, but because we've all been focused on the wrong fix. You're going to learn how this one mineral might be the key to restoring leg strength, better sleep, steadier steps, and a new kind of confidence. The kind that comes from feeling strong in your own body again. And if anything in this first minute speaks to you, leave a comment below, even just to say hello. It lets me know you're out there, and it helps others see they're not alone. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next small tip that could make a big difference. Because your legs aren't done yet. They're just waiting for the right support. First, let's find out why many people still feel weak even after getting enough protein. Let me tell you about a woman named Marie. She's 74, sharp as a tack and proud of how well she eats. Every morning she fixes a healthy breakfast. Eggs, Greek yogurt, maybe some peanut butter on toast. She even adds a little protein shake mid-afternoon, just like her doctor suggested. But when she gets out of bed, her knees wobble. When she stands up from the couch, she has to push herself up with both hands. And stairs, they've started to feel like a mountain. One day, Marie asked me, "I eat better now than I did in my 50s. Why am I still getting weaker?" It's a fair question, and maybe it's crossed your mind too. The truth is, protein by itself doesn't build muscle. It's just part of the puzzle. Think of it like this. Protein is the raw material, the bricks. But your body still needs workers to come in and lay those bricks down. Workers who show up every day, do the job, and keep things in shape. When we're younger, those workers are everywhere. They take the protein and get to work without us even thinking about it. But after 60, the workforce starts to thin out. And that's when the real problem begins. You're eating right, you're making smart choices, but your body isn't building like it used to. Not because of what you're eating, but because something deeper is missing. Something your body used to have plenty of, but over time, it slipped away without a sound. That missing piece? It's a mineral, a quiet helper that works behind the scenes to keep your muscles strong, your nerves calm, and your energy steady. Not many people talk about it. You won't see it advertised next to flashy protein powders or muscle-boosting drinks. But if you're feeling weak in the legs, if you're frustrated that your meals aren't helping the way they used to, this mineral may be the real key. So let's take the next few minutes to uncover what this missing nutrient is, how it works, and most importantly, how you can start getting it back. Now let's talk about that missing piece, the one that quietly steps out of the spotlight but makes everything behind the curtain run smoothly. It's called magnesium. I know, it doesn't sound flashy. You don't hear about it much in commercials. Nobody's bragging about it at the gym. But for your muscles, magnesium is absolutely essential. And here's why. Every single time you move your leg, whether it's getting out of bed or bending down to tie your shoes, your body uses a special kind of energy. That energy is called ATP. Think of it like gasoline for your cells. Without it, nothing works. But here's what most folks don't realize. ATP can't do its job unless it's attached to magnesium. In fact, the real name for the working version is magnesium ATP. Without magnesium, your cells are like cars without keys. They're sitting there, full of potential, but they can't go anywhere. Let that sink in for a moment. You could be eating plenty of protein, getting all the amino acids your muscles need. But without enough magnesium, your body simply can't use that protein properly. So when someone says, just eat more protein, but your legs still feel weak, it might not be the protein that's missing. It might be the spark that lets that protein go to work. But magnesium doesn't stop there. It's also one of your body's best anti-inflammatories. As we get older, inflammation tends to hang around more often, especially in the joints and muscles. Magnesium helps calm that storm. It keeps the fires from burning too hot, which means less soreness and faster healing after movement. It also plays a role in how your nerves communicate. Ever felt twitchy legs at night? Or a sudden cramp that comes out of nowhere? That could be your body calling out for more magnesium. This mineral keeps your nerves steady and helps your muscles relax instead of overreact. And one more thing, magnesium supports deeper, more restful sleep. And sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. It's when your muscles rebuild. It's when your brain files away memories. It's when your hormones reset and prepare you for another day. So when you think about what it takes to rebuild strength after 60, don't just focus on calories and exercise. Focus on your internal environment. And magnesium? It's the quiet builder that helps bring the whole system back into balance. Now that you know what it is and what it does, the next question becomes clear. Are you getting enough? Let's take a closer look. Because for many folks over 60, the answer is no. And fixing that could be the very thing that turns weakness into strength. Now let me ask you something personal. Have you ever had a leg cramp hit you out of nowhere? Maybe in the middle of the night, sharp and sudden. Or your calf just tightens when you're out for a walk and won't let go for a few minutes. How about that feeling of tired legs, even when you haven't done much? A kind of dull ache that makes you hesitate before climbing stairs or walking across the yard. Some folks feel a little muscle twitching, like a flutter beneath the skin. Others notice their legs feel jumpy or restless at night. And some people say they just feel off, more anxious than usual, harder to sleep, a little more on edge. These aren't just random annoyances. They're quiet messages, and often they're the body's way of whispering, I'm running low on magnesium. You see, magnesium isn't just about muscles. It plays a big role in how your nervous system works too. If you've been feeling more stressed lately, more irritable, or emotionally tense, that could be part of the puzzle. Magnesium helps keep your brain and your heart on the same page. It settles your nerves, balances your mood, and keeps your heart beating steadily. And here's something else you might have noticed. Have you ever started walking more or doing some light exercise, but instead of feeling better, you just feel wiped out afterward? Like your recovery takes longer than it used to, and you wake up sore the next day, even after a short walk? That sluggish recovery is another sign. Because when your magnesium is low, your muscles can't repair the way they're supposed to. They get tired, and they stay tired. It's not your age that's slowing you down. It might be that you're missing one of the key nutrients that helps your body bounce back. Now, I know some of you are eating well. We're choosing good protein, drinking enough water, maybe even taking a multivitamin. And yet, you're still feeling run down. That's frustrating. But here's the good news. If these signs sound familiar, the cramps, the sore legs, the anxious nights, it might not be because you're doing something wrong. It might be because something important has been missing. And once you bring that back in, your body can start healing again. So take a moment and listen to those signals. They're not here to scare you. They're just gentle nudges, letting you know your body still wants to grow, still wants to get strong, and it just needs a little help doing it. In the next part, we'll talk about how easy it can be to miss magnesium, even when you're trying your best, and how the modern world makes that more common than ever. Stay with me. It's not because you're doing something wrong. In fact, many people I work with are eating well, staying active, even taking vitamins. And yet, their bodies still feel tired. Their legs still feel heavy. Their recovery is still too slow. Here's the thing. As we get older, our digestion naturally changes. That means your body doesn't absorb magnesium from food as easily as it used to. Even if you're eating spinach, nuts, or whole grains, your gut may not be pulling in the nutrients the way it did 20 years ago. Add to that the medications many of us rely on, things like heartburn pills or diuretics for blood pressure. These are helpful and necessary in many cases, but they can also quietly drain your magnesium levels day after day. And we can't ignore how modern food has changed. Decades of farming have left the soil with fewer minerals. So the vegetables we eat today simply don't have the same magnesium content as they did when we were younger. That's not your fault. You're trying your best, but your body needs smarter support now. So instead of just adding more food or supplements, think about how to help your body actually use what you give it. Because when you understand why your magnesium might be low, you can make choices that bring real results. And that's where things get exciting, because once you start filling in this missing piece, your energy, sleep, and leg strength can begin to shift in ways that feel truly hopeful. Now let's say you're ready to try magnesium. You want to give your body a real chance to rebuild. But then you walk into the store or browse online and you see a dozen different kinds. Which one do you choose? That confusion is real. And it matters, because not all magnesium is created equal. There's one form you'll see a lot of. It's called magnesium oxide. It's cheap, easy to find, and often added to multivitamins. But here's the truth. Your body absorbs very little of it. Most of it just passes through, which means it's not really helping your muscles or your recovery. Now let me show you the forms that actually make a difference. Magnesium glycinate is one I often recommend. It's gentle on the stomach, it absorbs well, and it helps your body relax. That makes it ideal if you're dealing with trouble sleeping or nighttime leg cramps. Then there's magnesium malate. This one supports your energy. It helps feed your cells during the day, so you feel a little more steady and a little less sluggish, especially if you're still active or trying to stay mobile. And if you're someone who's been feeling mentally foggy, forgetful, or just not quite yourself, magnesium threonate is worth a look. It's one of the only forms that crosses into the brain. Some early studies show it may help with memory and clarity, which we all value more as we age. Now, when should you take it? Evening is often the best time. That's when your body starts shifting into recovery mode. Magnesium can support deep sleep, muscle repair, and even the production of calming brain chemicals. I usually suggest taking it an hour or two before bed. You can also pair magnesium with vitamin D and vitamin K2. These nutrients work together in the body. Vitamin D helps with absorption, and K2 helps direct minerals where they're actually needed, like your bones and muscles. It doesn't have to be complicated, just the right form, at the right time, in a way your body understands. That's when things begin to shift. Not overnight, but steadily. And that's how strength returns. Let's talk about how you can support magnesium with simple habits that help your legs come back to life. Because magnesium doesn't work in isolation. It works best as part of a recovery lifestyle. Start with your plate. Your body absorbs magnesium better when it comes alongside real food. Leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard are excellent. A handful of pumpkin seeds? That's a natural source of magnesium and zinc. Black beans, almonds, even a little dark chocolate. They're not just tasty, they're healing. Then there's movement. You don't need to run a marathon, but light movement, even walking around the house or using a resistance band for just a few minutes a day, tells your muscles, hey, we're still here and we've got work to do. That signal, combined with magnesium, starts to awaken the body's repair systems. And don't underestimate sleep. Your muscles rebuild at night, not during the workout. That deep, restorative sleep is when the magic happens. Magnesium can help calm the nervous system so you fall asleep easier and stay asleep longer. One of the best gifts you can give your body is an early bedtime. Now let's talk about stress. Not the big kind that knocks you over, the quiet kind that builds up little by little. Worry, loneliness, too much noise. When stress is always in the background, your body stays tense and tight. But when you begin to unwind, even just a little each day, your muscles respond with a deeper healing, less tension, more repair. So what happens when you bring all these together? Let me tell you about a gentleman named Walter. Walter is 67. He told me his legs used to feel like logs, heavy, unstable, not quite his own. He had tried protein shakes. He even joined a gym once, but nothing seemed to click. One day he heard about magnesium and thought, why not? He added a magnesium glycinate supplement at night. He started walking just 10 minutes every morning. A few light stretches, more greens on his plate. After 3 weeks, he called me and said something I'll never forget. My legs feel like mine again. Was it dramatic? No. But it was real. He was standing taller, getting out of chairs easier, sleeping better, laughing more. That's the quiet power of getting your body what it needs. And here's the part I want you to hold on to. Your legs aren't just for walking. They carry your independence. They take you to your kitchen, your garden, your friend's house. They hold your grandchild when they run to you. They're part of your confidence and your freedom. It is not too late. You are not too far gone. Your body is listening, and it can still respond. When you give it the right support, even at 60, 70, 80, or beyond, it will surprise you. So let's bring this all together. If you've been focusing only on protein, I hope today helped shift your thinking. Protein is important, yes, but without magnesium, your body can't actually use that protein to rebuild what matters most: your strength, your balance, your independence. Magnesium isn't flashy. It doesn't make headlines or sit in shiny packaging. But inside your body, it plays a quiet and powerful role in every movement you make. It helps your muscles relax. It helps your energy return. It helps your nervous system settle, so your body can repair itself while you sleep. And here's the truth I want you to remember. Your muscles are still listening. Even if they've been quiet for a while, even if they've felt weak, they haven't given up. They're just waiting for the right support. So here's my simple invitation. Try adding the right kind of magnesium to your routine for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Magnesium glycinate at night is a great place to start. Maybe include a few more magnesium-rich foods in your meals. Keep things simple, but steady. Then, listen. Notice how you feel. Are you moving easier, sleeping deeper, waking up with a little more energy? If you've already tried magnesium before, I'd love to hear about it. What did you feel? What changed for you? Share in the comments below. Your experience could be just what someone else needs to take that first step. And if today's video gave you one helpful idea, just one, would you tap the like button? It helps more people like you discover this kind of grounded, hopeful information. Don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Vault if you haven't already. We're building a space where knowledge meets kindness, where folks over 60 can get real answers, simple tools, and a little inspiration to keep moving forward. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Stay kind to your body, stay curious, and remember, you are not too old to grow stronger. I'll see you in the next video.